Hidden beneath the gentle shelter of green leaves, a quiet moment of nature unfolds. Two elegant insects, with long, slender legs and delicate wings, have come together for one of the most important tasks in the natural world, continuing the cycle of life. These are craneflies, often misunderstood, yet perfectly adapted for their role in the ecosystem. Craneflies belong to a large family of insects found across the globe. At first glance, many people mistake them for giant mosquitoes. But despite their similar appearance, craneflies are harmless. They do not bite, they do not sting, and they pose no danger to humans at all. Instead, craneflies are gentle creatures. Most adult craneflies don't even eat. Their short lives are dedicated to one purpose: finding a mate and ensuring the next generation is born. Here, on the surface of a leaf still glistening from fresh droplets of water, we witness a cranefly mating pair. The male approaches the female through a series of taps and touches, communicating through vibrations that only another cranefly would understand. Their bodies align, their legs carefully stabilize their balance, and a delicate connection forms between them. This moment may last several minutes up to an hour in some species. During this time, the male transfers genetic material that will allow the female to produce dozens, sometimes hundreds, of eggs. Most craneflies live only a few days after emerging as adults. They spend the majority of their lives underground as larvae known as leatherjackets, feeding on decaying organic matter in the soil. These larvae play a key environmental role by breaking down dead plant material and helping enrich the soil. When the adults finally emerge, many do not feed. Their mouthparts are small and weak. Their energy is instead devoted entirely to finding mates and producing the next generation. In the ecosystem, craneflies serve as both recyclers and a vital food source. Birds, spiders, frogs, and even fish rely on craneflies for nourishment. Their larvae help keep the soil healthy, breaking down leaf litter and improving the quality of the ground where plants grow. These delicate insects may seem insignificant, but without them, entire food chains would struggle. Once mating is complete, the female will search for moist soil, often around gardens, forests, or patches of grass. Here, she will lay her eggs. Within days, tiny larvae emerge and disappear into the soil, beginning their hidden lives underground. The adult craneflies, having completed their purpose, will naturally fade into the background of nature's endless cycles. On this quiet leaf, what looks like a simple moment is in fact a crucial part of the natural world. Every species, no matter how small or misunderstood, plays a role in maintaining balance. As the crane flies complete their delicate dance, they remind us that even the smallest creatures contribute to the beauty and harmony of life around us. In nature, even the tiniest story is worth telling. As the crane flies complete their delicate ritual, the surrounding world continues its quiet rhythm. Raindrops cling to the leaves, the breeze carries the scent of fresh greenery, and life goes on in countless forms all around them. But for these fragile insects, this moment marks the most important chapter in their brief existence. Adult craneflies live only a short time, sometimes just a few days. Their wings are thin as paper, their legs long and easily broken, and their bodies light enough to be carried by the wind. They are not built for fighting or hunting. They are built for a single purpose: to ensure that life continues. Many creatures in nature survive by being strong, fast, or aggressive, but craneflies survive by being subtle, quiet, and unnoticed. Their strategy is simplicity: emerge, mate, lay eggs, and quietly fade back into the cycle. Hidden beneath the soil, another story is already beginning. The eggs laid by the female will soon hatch into small larvae, known as leatherjackets. These larvae look nothing like the elegant adult craneflies. Thick-bodied and worm-like, they remain underground, feeding on decaying plants, rotting leaves, and organic matter. Here, they perform one of nature's most essential tasks: recycling. By breaking down dead plant material, they help create richer soil, allowing new plants to grow stronger and healthier. In this unseen world, cranefly larvae are silent gardeners of the earth. Above ground and below, craneflies also play another role. They are a key food source for many animals. Birds swoop down to catch them in mid-air. Spiders patiently wait for them in webs. Frogs snap them up with a quick flick of the tongue. Even fish rely on cranefly larvae that fall into the water. In nature, every life supports another. Even the simplest creature can hold up an entire chain of survival. The cranefly, although fragile and short-lived, nourishes the world in quiet ways. Moments like these remind us that beauty doesn't always come from the loudest or the strongest creatures. Sometimes it comes from those we barely notice. A pair of craneflies on a leaf, completing a ritual older than human memory. With every generation, they continue a cycle that has played out for millions of years. And though their time in our world is brief, their contribution to life is lasting. As the camera pulls away, the craneflies remain still for a moment longer, completing their fragile connection before drifting back into the green world around them. Their story is simple, but essential, a quiet reminder that every living thing, no matter how small, has its purpose. So the next time you see one of these delicate creatures resting on your wall or floating gently through your garden, take a moment to watch. Nature is always telling stories. You just have to look closely to hear them.
Every creature has a story, and sometimes the smallest wings, the tiniest legs, and the quietest moments in nature can teach us the biggest lessons. Curiosity, patience, and wonder. These are the gifts that nature gives us when we take the time to look closely. If you enjoyed this journey and want to discover more incredible insects, more tiny worlds, and more beautiful moments in nature, I invite you to join our community. By subscribing to this channel, you're not just supporting our work, you're giving yourself and your kids a chance to learn, explore, and grow with every video. Together we can inspire the next generation of nature lovers. Together we can slow down, look closer, and appreciate the amazing life all around us. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and come along with us for more wonderful discoveries. Thank you for watching, and stay curious.